Hello, I'm back. Welcome to Shredded Sports Science. Let's begin. Beware toxic foot-long worms invading US. Here's what to do if you see the demonic flesh eaters. I'm guessing the answer is not stroke them. Ah, cute little kitty. Why is my 45-year-old mum bigger than me? Have you checked the bathroom cabinet? No, I feel like that video is evidence of why we should evaporate smartphones. Not awkward at all, young man. Delete internet history. Waiting for this woman to kick me by accident because today I feel like looking for trouble. Someone needs a hug from daddy. She even moved her face into position like a golf ball ready for a hole-in-one. How many sets of I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to go and wash my hair. Have you got left? Let's keep it real and remember that gains are made with hard work, consistency, and patience. I mean, that is ridiculous. At least set the treadmill to an incline to burn more calories. And that is why you should never do cardio. Boring.
You're distracting me! Oh.
Sorry, this is why you should never do cardio. Road thinking he's the road runner up in there.
Meep, meep! You're distracting me!
Here we have deadlifts, which of course work the posterior chain, and yeah, ignore the haters. Exactly, deadlifts are a great exercise. What's the problem? I think I analysed that correctly. What was I saying about deadlift? Captain Crunch testing the limits of his vertebrae there. And here is Jake Paul's next opponent. No, actually, he'd wait until she was retired and had dodgy knees before he signed the contract. Those clips are OE Fitness's fault, not mine. Don't blame me. Why can't we just go back to the good old days, putting on our unwashed jeans, loading up the bar and just knocking out a warm-up set? But at least he set the safety bar at the right height. That was about as useful as seatbelts on airplanes. Just saying. Drake has recently released his gym results pictures and everything checks out. Nothing to see here. Move along. Drake mercilessly roasted for fake six-pack abs, arms and chest sold separately. Basically, everyone in his comments was wondering whether this was just AI glitching. Unfortunately, it wasn't. I know he's a famous musician, and yeah, I don't know any of his songs because I spend all my time looking at gym cringe, but he clearly has a huge following and thought this photo would go down well. People are claiming that he seems to have used some artificial way of enhancing his abs. I'm more confused as to why he has an exit sign in his living room. Bro confused his house with an airport. Never skip every other muscle group except the abs, basically, is what made people suspicious. If he has done that, then of course it's ridiculous, but nothing surprises me anymore.
Say it with me now. Gear does not change your facial structure.
I have come across one of the most disturbing cases of a 19-year-old on gear. But this time it's not a gym bro. Meet 19-year-old Connie, who's only been training for 2 years. Not only is she clearly taking a significant amount of PEDs.
So shocking. So shocking. Can you believe I also was using old Beats headphones to record the audio and I was whispering?
But she has this immature attitude towards something which will quite honestly ruin her life. They said I would regret gear in a year, and now they say give it 5. So come back later and I laugh in your face as you tell it to give 10. I hope that you can still laugh in 10.
Say it with me now. Gear does not change your facial structure.
Say it with me now. She sells seashells on the seashore.
If you look at me 2 weeks out from my show and think, I can see all of her bone structure in her face. Maybe consider that she's under 10% body fat.
That's not the context people are trying to explain to you. Of course a bodybuilder will lose body fat and that will define their face. You have chosen to take PEDs at 19, but you're not going to pretend that it doesn't have any effects. That's just delusional and being dumb.
Say it with me now.
PEDs do change facial structure in females amongst other things. First cycle, what should I do? Start with 500 milligrams of not being a... You can come out swinging, but taking PEDs at 19 after only 2 years of training is idiotic. Indeed, you started when you were 18, so only a year after you started lifting weights. Here she is training and you can see the results she's achieved in 2 years at the age of only 19. And by the way, what does this have to do with wellness? Maybe I need a dictionary, but taking gear at 19 doesn't scream wellness to me. But she already seems to be showing signs of cracking at her decision.
Something that I managed to keep being a natural female lifter is my voice.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I'm a woman who's not emotionally attached to their voice. Oh my gosh, can you believe I did these things and I didn't care about how deep my voice got? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, so shocking.
Well, that screams secure and content. It reminds me of the Melissa Brodsky clip I showed a few videos back, where she seemed to regret her decision.
Is this easier to understand when I speak like this?
What does that top say? Shredded Cheddar Productions. Whew.
When I use a teacher-like voice, a very motherly-like voice, a very motherly-like pacing, is it much easier to understand?
Connie is one of the most concerning examples I've found about this relaxed attitude to taking PEDs, and at 19 it's utter madness. I wish her the best and I hope she finds sense soon. It's all fun and games and social media content until it isn't.
Is this easier to understand when I speak like this? When I use a teacher-like voice?
Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder. Nobody wants to lift any weights at all. This guy has received criticism for his routine on stage, which seems more like a guy that's seen his first Bon Jovi concert than actual bodybuilding. Where's that exit sign when you need it? That's my favourite part. I mean, I love him, obviously. But there is a question amongst the comments as to whether this is, you know, bodybuilding, not just his Mr. Bean on too much pre-workout routine, but also whether or not he's achieved the results to step on stage. Let me know your thoughts. Announcement. Oscar Moscat joins the Natty team. Oscar is a total package and he's officially stepping into the arena to compete for the title of the Natty King. Well, okay then.
I'm a huge fan of you. I'm a huge fan of your physique. And I'm also a huge fan of your character. You present as a person who is like, to me, you're like a leader in the space of natural bodybuilding.
Don't worry, I'm going to use my blurry eyesight to investigate. Obviously, that's a naturally attainable physique. He looks like an IFBB Pro enhanced bodybuilder, but he is a Natty King, so shut up. If he's the Natty King, then I'm Princess Leia. I'm wondering whether people are completely delusional or whether there is such a disconnect where people think that we are so uneducated that, you know, no one will know. Here is another guy on the Natty team. As much as I believe them, I need another case study.
Natty or not? Now, I want you guys in the comments down below to let me know, when you first look at this physique, what comes to mind? Are you going to guess natural or unnatural? Here we got a little bit of a forearm workout going on. I mean, you can see pretty much the separation in the shoulders, extreme vascularity through the biceps, even into the shoulders here.
Obviously, there is no way that she is going to claim that she's natural.
In this sentence, contrary to what many believe, it is in fact possible to obtain a physique like mine naturally.
See you soon.